I mean, it depends on where the relationship goes. If it's something that you didn't want to share and it's your secret, it's your secret. I do believe in karma if you're hurting people.
We have Cassie Ventura here, and some of her quotes saying here, after the freak off, the room was pretty bad off. The candle wax, the all over the place. And then she described it as having a pungent smell.
Cassie just broke her silence in court. And what she revealed about her 11-year relationship with Diddy is sending shockwaves across the music industry. This isn't gossip. It's a federal trial with serious allegations. And Cassie's testimony is painting a very different picture than what the world saw. Let's break it all down, clearly, respectfully, and without any graphic language, so you can understand what's really going on.
She's 38 years old now. Sean Combs is 55. The age gap was one thing they touched on. The fact that she was his singer and signed onto his label as a singer, and she had done some modeling in the past, and that he had the ability to control whether or not her music got out.
Cassie Ventura, singer, model, and once one of the most talked about women in hip-hop circles, was in a long-term relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. From the outside, it looked like a glamorous life. Music videos, luxury events, red carpets. But in November 2023, Cassie filed a lawsuit claiming that behind all of that was years of abuse, control, and emotional harm. Now, that lawsuit has turned into a major federal case, and Cassie has taken the stand to testify under oath. According to multiple reports, Cassie described the relationship as one where she felt powerless and afraid. She said Diddy had complete control over her day-to-day life, where she went, who she spoke to, and even what she wore. It was all monitored or dictated. Cassie claimed she was constantly walking on eggshells, saying that over time, she learned not to fight back, but to hide what was happening. It wasn't just about arguments or disagreements, it was about dominance, a need to be in control, and it went far beyond emotional pressure.
She brought us into those rooms in a way that made us think no one wants to be in there. The only way you can be in there is to be compelled. I think that fed into the government's argument of coercion.
This case isn't just about two celebrities. It's about power, silence, and how easy it is to hide pain behind a perfect image. Cassie's courage to speak out, especially while pregnant and under intense public scrutiny, is a powerful reminder that emotional trauma isn't always visible. Her testimony is helping to open up conversations about control, manipulation, and what it really means to be in a toxic relationship. Whether the court finds Diddy guilty or not, Cassie's voice is resonating with people everywhere who felt silenced or stuck.
The freak-offs became a job where there was no space to do anything else but to recover and just try to feel normal again.
Diddy's legal team didn't stay silent. They came prepared with old text messages, including ones that they said suggested Cassie was a willing participant in parts of the relationship. The defense tried to portray the relationship as complicated but consensual. But Cassie didn't back down. She told the court those texts didn't reflect the reality she lived in. She explained that fear can make people go along with things they don't actually want, especially when they feel trapped or when saying no doesn't feel like an option.
Sarah, you've investigated a lot of cases. How does violence factor into these types of situations?
Well, I think this shows just what Sean Combs was capable of, and it just shows the toxicity that was surrounding Cassie Ventura in her life. I think being a man of power and having the financial means that he had and having the control over her, I think that all just led into this whole situation where now she has the strength to stand up in court and to speak her mind and state the facts and tell everyone what happened.
One of the moments Cassie shared involved a 2016 hotel incident. Security footage from that night was shown in court, allegedly confirming parts of her story. She described it as one of the first times she realized just how far things had gone. Another major incident happened after their breakup in 2018. Cassie said Diddy showed up unexpectedly and assaulted her. She says this was one of the most terrifying moments in her life, and that even after they split, she didn't feel safe. Then in a deeply emotional part of her testimony, she talked about hitting rock bottom in early 2023. The years of emotional and physical trauma had taken their toll. She said she began to feel like there was no way out, and even attempted to take her own life.
We also saw the testimony about who was in his inner circle. We saw her talk about bodyguards and chief of staff. And to Erin's point, she was very matter-of-fact and soft-spoken when she spoke, but what I saw when she talked about those bodyguards and saw pictures of them, it was almost like she started to tremble in her voice a little. You can see a sense of fear as she recounted who the people were, where if she didn't pick up the phone right away, someone would come and find her. And I think that really colored the idea of this criminal enterprise.
This trial is still ongoing, and there's a lot we don't know yet. But Cassie's testimony is already making headlines for a reason.
Cassie and Diddy are not at opposite ends of a football field. They are feet from one another. And the only thing between them really are their lawyers. And even though all eyes were on each of them, I don't think they ever looked directly at each other. Not when she walked by him, not when she was testifying, not when at times she broke down sobbing, remembering how she loved him and just wanted him to say sorry for the things that he had done. Now, when she talked about not wanting to live anymore, or her opioid addiction, or lying to her mother about the abuse, or when it started, or the extent of it, the audience was shifting uncomfortably. And sometimes, so did she. Sometimes, so did Diddy.
So, what do you think? Should we be taking a closer look at how power operates behind fame? Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll keep you posted as more details come out.